If you have been using your Instant Pot for nothing but rice and yogurt, you have no idea what it's actually capable of. Every Thai grandmother in Bangkok's back kitchens knows something most Instant Pot owners never figure out, and it has nothing to do with rice. The techniques behind tom yum, massaman, and khao soy were built for hours over charcoal and clay pots, yet somehow they translate perfectly into 15 minutes under pressure once you know the right tricks. Today, you are counting down 31 of those tricks, straight from Thai home kitchens, and they will genuinely change how you cook. Stick around until the end, because number 1 is the single system that makes every other trick on this list actually work. 31. Sticky rice. Without a bamboo steamer. Most people think sticky rice absolutely requires a stacked bamboo basket set over a wok of simmering water. You soak 2 cups glutinous rice for 30 minutes. Then drain and line a heat-proof bowl with cheesecloth. Set it on a trivet over 1 cup water and steam on high pressure for 25 minutes. Steady, enclosed steam gelatinizes the starch evenly throughout each grain without the uneven hot spots an open bamboo basket tends to create. Vendors across Chiang Mai, selling sticky rice from covered baskets, have relied on pure steam rather than boiling water for generations. What lifts out of the bowl is glossy, chewy, and perfectly translucent in every single grain. 30. Skip the overnight soak for dried mushrooms. Completely Home cooks across Bangkok, stocking their pantry with dried shiitake and wood ear mushrooms, have always treated the overnight soak as a non-negotiable first step. Sustained pressure accelerates hydration, forcing water into the dried fungi's tough cell walls far faster than soaking at room temperature ever could. Most people plan an entire day ahead just to remember to soak mushrooms in a bowl of water. You place dried mushrooms directly into the pot with enough water to cover, seal, and cook on high pressure for 8 minutes with a quick release. What comes out is plump, tender, and ready to slice immediately. 29. Perfect jasmine rice. Every grain. Separate. Jasmine rice turns clumpy fast when the ratio or timing is even slightly off. Most households across Isaan serving rice as the base of nearly every meal have always trusted a precise ratio above anything else. You rinse 2 cups jasmine rice until the water runs clear, then add 2 cups water. Pressure cook on high for 3 minutes with a 10-minute natural release. The exact water ratio limits excess starch gelatinization on the surface of each grain, keeping them from sticking together as they cool. What lifts out of the pot is fluffy, fragrant, and separated down to the very last grain. 28. Cook rice and curry together, using the pot-in-pot method. Most people assume the Instant Pot can only handle 1 dish at a time, missing an entire layer of what it can actually do. You place 1 cup water in the bottom of the pot, set a trivet on top, then place a steel bowl with your rice on the trivet while your curry cooks directly below in the main liquid. The steam circulating around the raised bowl transfers heat through gentle convection, cooking the rice evenly without it ever touching the simmering curry underneath. Home cooks across Bangkok, balancing several dishes for 1 meal, have used this same layered logic in stacked steamers for decades. 2 dishes finished together, each fully cooked and completely separate in flavor. 27. Tom kha gai, in a fraction of the time. Traditional. Tom kha gai simmers gently on the stove for a good half hour or more, letting galangal and lemongrass slowly release their fragrance into the broth. Sustained pressure accelerates the extraction of essential oils from galangal, lemongrass, and kaffir lime leaf, pulling their full aroma into the liquid in a fraction of the usual time. You add 4 cups coconut milk, 2 inches sliced galangal, and 2 stalks smashed lemongrass. Stir in 4 kaffir lime leaves and 1 pound chicken thigh, then pressure cook on high for 6 minutes with a quick release. Home cooks across central Thailand, building this soup as a daily comfort dish, have always judged it by how fragrant the broth turns out, not how long it simmered. What lands in your bowl is rich, fragrant, and silky from the very first spoonful. 26. Massaman curry. Without hours of simmering. Sustained pressure breaks down the tough connective tissue in stewing beef through accelerated collagen hydrolysis, turning it tender in a fraction of the usual braising time. Most people simmer massaman curry on the stove for well over 2 hours, waiting for the beef to finally soften enough to pull apart. You sear 1.5 pounds beef chuck, then add 1 cup massaman curry paste and 2 cups coconut milk. Stir in 2 potatoes cubed and half a cup roasted peanuts. Then pressure cook on high for 35 minutes with a natural release. Home cooks across southern Thailand serving massaman as a special occasion centerpiece have always judged it by how deeply the beef falls apart. What lands on the plate is rich, nutty, and fall-apart tender in every bite. 25. Quick pickled vegetables using residual pressure. Heat. Most people pickle vegetables the traditional way, leaving them submerged in brine for a full day before they taste properly tangy. Vendors across Bangkok's street markets building some Tam-style garnishes fresh. Every morning have always needed a faster way to get that same bright, tangy bite. You pack 2 cups sliced cucumber and carrot into a heat-proof jar. Pour in 1 cup hot vinegar brine with 2 tablespoons sugar. Then, let the jar sit inside the pot using only the residual warmth from a previous cook for 20 minutes. That trapped residual heat speeds the diffusion of vinegar and sugar into the vegetable's cell walls far faster than a cold brine sitting at room temperature. What comes out is crisp, tangy, and ready to serve within the hour. 24. Khao soy broth. Built in 1 pot. Most people fry their curry paste in a separate pan first, then transfer it to a pot of broth and dirty 2 dishes for 1 soup. You use the sauté function to cook 4 tablespoons khao soy curry paste in 2 tablespoons oil for 90 seconds. Add 4 cups coconut milk and 2 cups chicken stock. Stir in 1 pound chicken thigh, then pressure cook on high for 8 minutes. Direct heat against the paste triggers rapid volatilization of its dried chili and spice oils, releasing their full fragrance before any liquid ever dilutes it. Home cooks across Chiang Mai, building khao soy as their signature regional dish, have always fried the paste hard before adding anything wet. What results is a broth that is deeply spiced, fragrant, and rich from the very first spoonful. 23. Sticky mango sweet rice. Without babysitting the stove, vendors across Bangkok, selling mango sticky rice from carts every afternoon, have always judged the dish by how glossy and rich the coconut sauce turns out. You soak 2 cups glutinous rice for 30 minutes. Steam it on a trivet over 1 cup water on high pressure for 20 minutes. Then, stir 1 cup coconut milk with 3 tablespoons sugar and half a teaspoon salt directly into the hot rice once it is done. Most people cook the rice and the coconut sauce separately, watching 2 pots at once and timing everything by hand. The residual heat in the freshly steamed rice is enough to fully dissolve the sugar into the coconut milk through simple thermal diffusion. What results is glossy, sweet, and richly coated in every single grain. If you have ever bitten into moo crab and found the skin chewy instead of shatteringly crisp, drop a comment right now because number 22 is going to fix that for good. 22. Tender pork belly for moo crab. Prep in record time. Most people boil pork belly on the stove for over an hour just to get the fat rendered enough before frying it crisp. Sustained pressure accelerates the rendering of subcutaneous fat, softening the belly's connective tissue far faster than a slow simmer manages on its own. You place 2 pounds pork belly with 4 cups water and 1 tablespoon salt into the pot. Pressure cook on high for 20 minutes with a quick release before drying and frying the skin separately. Home cooks across Bangkok, prepping moo crab for special occasions, have always treated properly rendered fat as the real key to a crackling skin. The belly that comes out of the pot is tender underneath, ready to turn shatteringly crisp the moment it hits hot oil. 21. Tom yum. Broth. Deeply sour and fragrant. Fast home cooks across central Thailand building tom yum. As a daily staple have always judged the broth by how sharp and layered the sourness turns out. Sustained pressure speeds the extraction of citric compounds from lime juice and the aromatic oils from lemongrass, concentrating both into the broth far faster than a gentle simmer allows. You add 4 cups stock, 2 stalks smashed lemongrass, and 3 kaffir lime leaves. Stir in 2 tablespoons tom yum chili paste and 1 pound shrimp, then pressure cook on high for 3 minutes with a quick release. Stir in 3 tablespoons lime juice off the heat. Most people simmer tom yum uncovered for 20 minutes, losing half the lemongrass aroma to evaporation before the soup ever reaches the table. What lands in your bowl is sharp, fragrant, and vividly sour in every spoonful. 20. Bone broth for Thai noodle. Soups in under 2 hours. Most people assume a proper boat. Noodle broth needs to simmer all day over low heat to develop real depth. You add 2 pounds beef or pork bones and 10 cups water to the pot. Stir in 2 star anise and 1 cinnamon stick. Then pressure cook on high for 90 minutes with a full natural release. Vendors across Bangkok's canal-side noodle stalls have simmered broth for hours since the dish first appeared, treating long extraction as simply part of the process. Sustained high pressure pulls collagen out of the bones through accelerated hydrolysis, breaking it down into rich body-giving gelatin far faster than an open pot ever could. The broth that results is dark, deeply savory, and rich enough to coat a spoon. 19. Perfectly steamed fish with lime and chili. If you have ever pulled a whole fish out dry and falling apart, timing is almost always the real problem. You place one whole white fish on a plate with 3 tablespoons lime juice and 2 tablespoons fish sauce. Add 3 sliced chilies. Then, set it on a trivet over 1 cup water. Steam on low pressure for just 4 minutes with an immediate quick release. That short, controlled burst of moist heat keeps the fish's delicate muscle fibers from tightening and squeezing out moisture, unlike a longer open steam ever could. Home cooks across southern Thailand serving whole steamed fish at family gatherings have always treated a perfectly timed fish as a mark of real skill. What comes off that plate is fish so tender it flakes apart at the gentlest touch. 18. The burn notice fix for coconut milk. Curries. Any coconut fat left sitting directly against the hot base increases the risk of a burn notice, since sugar compounds in the milk undergo rapid caramelization at the base long before the liquid above ever reaches a boil. Most people pour coconut milk in first, then wonder why the display flashes an error halfway through cooking. You add your stock or water first, always before any coconut milk goes in, pouring 2 cups liquid into the pot before layering 2 cups coconut milk gently on top without stirring. Home cooks across Bangkok, building coconut-based curries several times a week, have always layered their liquids in this exact order, decades before any electric pot existed. Cooking this way completely eliminates scorching, leaving the base of the pot clean and the curry glossy. 17. Natural release versus quick release. And when each one matters, cooks across southern Thailand's fishing villages working with both delicate seafood and tough stewing cuts in the same week have always matched their release timing to the ingredient itself. Most people release pressure the same way every time, regardless of what is actually cooking inside the pot. For tender proteins like fish, shrimp, and vegetables, you always use a quick release the moment cooking finishes. For tougher cuts like beef chuck, pork shoulder, and dense legumes, you let the pressure drop on its own over 15 to 20 minutes instead. A sudden pressure drop triggers rapid coagulation in delicate proteins, tightening them fast and squeezing out moisture that a slower drop would have preserved. Getting this one rule right is the difference between a dish that turns out tender and one that turns out tough and dry. We're at the halfway point. If this list has been useful so far, hit subscribe now, because the tricks from here to the top only get better. 16. Jok Thai rice porridge, made creamy fast. Most people stir rice porridge on the stove for nearly an hour, watching constantly so the bottom never scorches. You combine 1 cup jasmine rice, 8 cups water, and 1 teaspoon salt. Set the pot to porridge mode for 20 minutes with a natural release. The starch molecules in the rice break down slowly under pressure, releasing amylose that thickens the broth without any burning at the base. Street stalls across Bangkok serving jok every morning before the workday starts have relied on this exact texture as their signature. What comes out is silky, thick, and completely lump-free. 15. Tofu that stays intact. In spicy basil, stir-fry sauces, home cooks across Thailand, preparing pad kra pao with tofu instead of pork, have always judged the dish by how well the cubes hold their shape against a hot, spicy sauce. Excess agitation under heat triggers syneresis within the tofu's protein matrix, squeezing water out of the curd and causing it to fall apart. Most people stir tofu constantly while it cooks, watching the soft cubes crumble before the dish even finishes. You slide cubed soft tofu into the pot only during the final 2 minutes of cooking, using the sauté function on low and stirring in slow, wide circles rather than vigorous strokes. The tofu holds its shape completely, staying silky and intact in every single spoonful. 14. Thai iced tea, concentrate made in bulk. Most people brew a fresh pot of Thai tea every single afternoon, standing over the stove watching the color darken before it is ready. You use the sauté function to simmer 4 cups water with half a cup Thai tea mix and 2 star anise. Simmer for 10 minutes, then strain and store the concentrate in the fridge. Sustained direct heat pulls the tea's tannins into the water through steady extraction, building a concentrate strong enough to hold up once condensed milk is added later. Households across Bangkok running busy afternoons have always kept a strong base ready to pour over ice at a moment's notice. What you pour each afternoon is deeply steeped, bright orange, and ready in under a minute. 13. Steamed vegetables to preserve color and crunch for nam prik. Steam cooks vegetables through gentle, indirect heat, so water-soluble vitamins and pigments stay locked inside the cells rather than dissolving out through leaching into boiling water. Home cooks across northern Thailand serving nam prik with a plate of fresh vegetables have always favored steaming over boiling for exactly this reason. Most people boil vegetables directly in water, watching the color fade and the nutrients leach straight into the liquid they are about to throw away. You place a trivet in the pot with 1 cup water below. Add 2 cups chopped long beans or cabbage to a steamer basket on top, and steam on high pressure for just 1 minute with a quick release. What comes out is bright, crisp, and vividly colored instead of dull and soft. 12. The sealing ring. Split for sweet versus savory dishes. Households across Bangkok, preparing both sticky rice dessert and curry in the same week, have always kept their cooking vessels separated by flavor, never letting one cross into the other. You buy a second silicone sealing ring and label one for savory dishes and one for sweet, swapping them depending on what you're cooking. Most people use a single sealing ring for everything, then wonder why their coconut sticky rice tastes faintly of last night's curry. The porous silicone ring absorbs aromatic compounds through gradual absorption over repeated use, holding onto smells from chili and fish sauce long after the dish itself is gone. Keeping the two completely separate means every dish, sweet or savory, comes out clean and true to its own flavor. 11. Coconut custard. Without curdling. Coconut milk's fat and protein separate rapidly under high direct heat, a reaction called curdling that ruins the custard's texture the moment it happens. Most people pour coconut milk straight into a hot pan and stir over direct flame, watching helplessly as the mixture turns grainy. You whisk 2 cups coconut milk, 4 eggs, and half a cup palm sugar together. Pour into a heat-proof bowl, cover with foil, and steam on low pressure for 15 minutes with a natural release. Home cooks across central Thailand making sangkaya as a daily dessert have always trusted gentle, indirect steam over any direct flame. What sets in the bowl is smooth, glossy, and completely free of any grainy separation. 10. Doubling a curry batch. Without doubling the time. Home cooks across Isaan cooking for large family gatherings have always trusted that a bigger pot of curry does not mean a longer wait at the stove. Most people assume doubling the meat or vegetables automatically means doubling the cook time as well. Whether you are making curry for 4 or 12, you keep the liquid ratio and pressure time exactly the same, only adjusting the natural release a few minutes longer for a fuller pot. Pressure cooking time depends on the saturation point of heat reaching the densest ingredient inside, not on the total volume sitting in the pot. The result is a fully cooked, evenly tender batch every time, no matter how much you load inside. 9. Nam prik pao base built fast. Most people spend a solid stretch of time hand toasting and pounding dried chilies, shallots, and garlic before the paste ever reaches the right depth of flavor. You use the sauté function to cook 1 cup dried chilies and 4 shallots in 3 tablespoons oil. Add 6 cloves garlic and cook for 5 minutes. Then blend with 2 tablespoons tamarind paste and 3 tablespoons palm sugar. Direct heat against the aromatics triggers rapid caramelization of their natural sugars, deepening the paste's flavor far faster than raw pounding alone ever could. Vendors across Bangkok selling nam prik pao by the jar have always toasted their aromatics hard before grinding anything by hand. What results is a paste that is smoky, sweet, and deeply savory in every spoonful. Nobody wants to serve a whole chicken that turns out dry near the bone. Drop a comment right now, because number 8 fixes that problem completely. 8. Whole lemongrass chicken in 20 minutes. Extended natural release lets the meat continue cooking gently through carryover heat, allowing the proteins to relax slowly instead of tightening the way a sudden release would force. Most people commit an entire Sunday to roasting a whole chicken low and slow, basting it again and again to keep the meat from drying out. You stuff 1 whole chicken with 2 smashed lemongrass stalks and 3 slices galangal. Add 4 kaffir lime leaves, then pressure cook on high for 20 minutes with a full natural release. Home cooks across northern Thailand serving a whole lemongrass chicken at family gatherings have always prized meat that stays juicy without any basting at all. When you lift the bird out, the meat underneath is deeply fragrant, tender, and falling straight off the bone. 7. Charred aromatics. Using the sauté function. First wok cooks across Thailand. Building curry pastes from scratch have always seared their aromatics hard in a dry pan before anything wet touches the mix. Most people add raw lemongrass, galangal, and shallots straight into liquid, skipping the step that actually builds real depth of flavor. You use the sauté function to heat 2 tablespoons oil, add 2 smashed lemongrass stalks, and 3 slices galangal. Stir in 2 sliced shallots, then cook for 3 minutes, stirring occasionally before adding any liquid and sealing. That direct dry heat triggers real caramelization on the surface of the aromatics, developing browned flavors that pressure cooking alone can never replicate once the lid seals. What comes out is deeply savory, fragrant, and rich with roasted aroma. 6. The condensation catch to protect. Thick curry, pastes, steam, trapped inside the sealed pot inevitably collects as water droplets on the underside of the lid, gathering more the longer a thick curry cooks. Most people lift the lid straight up and let that trapped water drip directly back into the dish, thinning out a paste that should stay rich and clinging. You wipe the underside of the lid with a clean towel immediately after opening, before tilting it away from the pot. Home cooks across Chiang Mai finishing thick massaman and khao soy curries have always treated excess moisture as the enemy of a properly reduced sauce. What remains in the pot stays exactly as rich and concentrated as intended. 5. Thai custard, sankaya, without a water bath. Most people bake sankaya in the oven inside a water bath, watching the temperature carefully so the eggs never scramble at the edges. Steady, enclosed pot steam surrounds the custard with even, indirect heat, letting the egg proteins set slowly through gentle coagulation instead of curdling at the edges the way direct oven heat can. You whisk 4 eggs, 1 cup coconut milk, and half a cup palm sugar. Pour into a heat-proof dish, cover with foil, and steam on low pressure for 12 minutes with a natural release. Home cooks across central Thailand serving sankaya alongside sticky rice or toast have always trusted gentle steam over a fussy oven setup. What sets in the dish is smooth, glossy, and perfectly custard-like from edge to edge. 4. Whole grilled-style chicken finished. Under the broiler. Most people try to get that smoky, charred kai yang crust entirely inside the sealed pot, ending up with tender meat but pale, unfinished color. You marinate 1 whole chicken in 3 tablespoons fish sauce and 2 tablespoons palm sugar. Add 4 cloves crushed garlic, then pressure cook on high for 18 minutes. Broil for 6 minutes to finish the skin. That final blast of direct, dry heat drives rapid caramelization across the marinade's sugars, building the deep char that a sealed pot alone could never produce. Street vendors across Isaan grilling chicken over charcoal have always relied on that same intense final heat to lock in color. What comes off the broiler is smoky, charred at the edges, and juicy all the way through. Now these last 3 are the most powerful tricks on this entire list. If you remember nothing else from today, remember these. 3. Beef panang, tenderized in a fraction of the time. Most people leave panang curry to simmer for a good chunk of the afternoon, checking again and again to see if the beef has finally turned tender. Sustained pressure breaks down the tough connective tissue in stewing beef through accelerated collagen hydrolysis, turning it into soft gelatin far faster than a slow simmer ever could. You sear 1.5 pounds beef chuck, then add 1 cup panang curry paste and 2 cups coconut milk. Stir in 2 kaffir lime leaves, then pressure cook on high for 35 minutes with a natural release. Households across southern Thailand serving panang as a rich, special occasion dish have always judged it by how easily the beef pulls apart. What lands on the plate is deeply spiced, fall-apart tender, and rich with thick, clinging sauce. 2. The dual lid, trick for reducing curry sauces. After pressure, cooking home cooks across Bangkok. Managing multiple curries on one stovetop have always matched the right lid to the right stage of cooking, never relying on one tool to do every job. A glass lid lets steam escape freely, encouraging steady reduction of a sauce as liquid cooks off, something the sealed lid's valve is specifically designed to prevent. You use the sealing lid with the valve closed for the pressure cooking stage, then switch to a tempered glass lid whenever a curry needs to simmer uncovered and thicken afterward. Most people only ever use the sealing lid that comes standard with the pot, missing an entire second stage many curries actually need. Whatever sauce follows comes out perfectly thickened, glossy, and exactly the consistency the dish calls for. 1. The complete pressure timing system that ties every trick together. Home cooks across Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and Isaan, 3 regions with completely different cooking traditions. All rely on the exact same underlying principle once a pressure cooker enters their kitchen. They never guess at timing, they calculate it. Most people set a single default time for every dish and hope for the best, never realizing that real consistency comes from 3 variables working together instead of memorizing dozens of separate recipes. First, match the release type to the ingredient. Tender proteins like fish, shrimp, and vegetables always get a quick release. Tough cuts like beef chuck, pork shoulder, and dense legumes always get a natural release. Second, match the liquid ratio to the method. A curry needs just enough liquid to reach halfway up the ingredients. A broth needs enough to fully submerge everything. Third, always sear or sauté your aromatics before sealing. The same rule from earlier on this list, never after. Release type, liquid ratio, sauté first. Apply this system, and every single dish on this list and every dish you make going forward comes out exactly as intended. This is the trick that changes everything. If you want one more trick before we go, save the leftover curry paste or sauce from any dish on this list, whether it came from the massaman in item 26, the khao soy in item 24, or the penang in item 3. Strain it, skim the fat, and store it in the fridge for up to a week or freeze it in 2-cup portions for up to 3 months. Next time you cook a new curry, use this base instead of starting from plain water and raw seasoning, then top it back up with fresh paste and coconut milk. What starts as one simple curry slowly becomes a base with more depth than any single recipe could build on its own. And that's exactly why we make these videos for you. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another guide like this one. We have got more coming your way, from the hidden techniques behind Thai street food, stir-fries, to 33 clever noodle soup tricks passed down through generations of home cooks. Stay sharp, stay efficient, and keep that pot working overtime. Drop a comment below with the one instant pot trick from this list you are trying first, and let us see which number wins.